Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and with Halloween a little over a month away, I thought it'd be a perfect time to start posting the Halloween costumes I've made. So the first one is going to be a DIY all the time Lilo and Stitch costume. So the first thing you need is 2 yards of green fleece, a red crop top, some thick elastic. You just need enough to go around your waist. Then I also have another set of elastic. This one's just a little thinner, which will be anklets and bracelets. Then you'll just need a leaf template. Lastly, you'll need a pair of scissors and a crayon or a piece of chalk. Oh, and a headband too. What we're first going to make are the leaves for the skirt. So the measurements for the fleece here are 2 yards in length, which are the 2 yards that you purchased, and in width is a total of 28 inches, making it obviously 14 when you fold it in half. So make sure you do fold it in half. It is crucial, just so that when you add the template, the leaf, make sure the stick part, if you will, is on the fold of your fleece, not on the flap. So here, just trace your template onto the fleece and then cut out all the pieces. The good thing about this costume is basically a bunch of repetition. Just trace your template onto the fleece and cut it out. It's the same thing for both the leaves for the skirt and for the anklets and the bracelets and the headband. And here you have your first leaf. You can see that they are attached from one end to the other, and then just continue the same process until you get all the way through your fleece. The next step is just making a tiny template, a very small one as you can see. Mine is about maybe 2 to 3 inches. These are just what's going to be tied to the anklets, the bracelets, and the headband. Now my measurements for this fleece here, again it would be the 2 yards in length, 5 inches in width, and then a total of 2.5 once it's folded. Again, like I said before, it's just going to be the same step, just tracing your template onto the fleece and then cutting them out. Tip that I'm showing you here is just to cut inside of the chalk or your crayon, just so that the residue from the chalk isn't shown when you tie it onto your wristbands. Alright, now after all that cutting, I have 24 pieces of the large leaves. And I also have about 60 pieces of these small leaves as well. I actually didn't end up using them all. I did go back and add additional pieces to each bracelet just because I have a few left, and just for the sake of not just throwing them. Now the following step is just to attach the leaves onto your waistband. So for the elastic, just measure it around your waist and then leave an extra inch or two just so that you have enough room just to tie it together. I do just want to add that measure it around my waist, and after adding the leaves, just from the weight that the leaves added, it ended up stretching the elastic, and I had to remove some of the elastic waistband and make it a little bit smaller. So just a heads up, you might have the same thing as well. But again, once you have measured it, just give it 2 double knots and then tighten it just to secure that knot. Then just grab your stack of leaves and then just start tying it to the elastic waistband. So what you want to do is just open the leaf and then place the elastic on the center of the leaves. Once the leaf has been centered in the elastic, just tie it and just give it 1 knot. And then once it has the knot, just tighten it just to secure the knot in place. And don't be afraid to move that knot and center it down the middle, just because you don't want the knot to be midway down one leaf, just so that it'll look a little wonky when one leaf is longer than the other. And then after this is just a bunch of repetition, just placing your leaf right down the center of your elastic and then just tying it together. Now here you see that I only have just tied each leaf down once with 1 knot each, just because once I tie it and tighten the leaves together, it just seems secure enough for my own preference. But the next one I am going to show you what it looks like when there's 2 knots. Honestly, it doesn't really make a big difference in the way it looks, but if you want 2 knots, by all means, just to secure it a little more, just so that I guess it doesn't loosen and fall off as you're wearing it. Okay, now so here's the double knot. Like I said, it doesn't really make a difference in the way it looks. It's just 2 knots, so it's a little more secure than just the one. So it's up to you and your preference if you want to do an extra knot or not. Okay, now once each leaf has been tied down, the next step is just to kind of rearrange and adjust all your leaves, just spacing them out so they're equally spaced out, just so that you can't see your shorts underneath. Now after equally spacing them out, you have your hula skirt. Now the following step is making the bracelets and the anklets. You need obviously 2 bracelets and 2 anklets. So once you have measured your elastic around your wrist and your ankles, just double knot it like you did the elastic waistband, and just once you tie it twice, just tighten it very tight just to secure the knot. just cut off the excess ends just because I didn't want those flapping around. It's not like you'd be able to see them with the leaves anyway, but I just went ahead and did so. So there you have the very quick and easy bracelet. Now, like you did the elastic waistband, you're just going to grab the tiny leaves and follow the same steps. Just tie the leaves around it. One knot is secure enough for me. If you need the two, by all means, just tie it twice. And this is the same steps you're going to do for both bracelets and both anklets. Now once the elastic is covered, there you have your bracelet. Then just continue the same process for the other bracelet and the two anklets. Okay, now the final step is the headband. Like I said, you don't need to buy a headband. If you want, just grab your elastic, measure it around your head, tie it together, and tie all the leaves to that. Or if you have a headband, just tie the leaves to your headband. It's completely up to you. Either will work. And now once all the leaves have been tied to the headband, that's pretty much it. There you have your Lilo costume. You have your skirt, the crop tops, and all your little accessories. Just grab a little Stitch plush toy if you have one, and you're set and ready for Halloween. Alright everyone, thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Have a good one.